Hey, how are you? I'm at the office. What are we gonna do here? Well, we're just gonna walk around and figure out what we need to do. That's what we're gonna do. No, I'm gonna pack some orders from the original restock. I filmed this on Monday. If I do say so myself, if I do, that's a guess. No, I think it's Monday. But first, I brought in these vases that I got from Anthropology, and look how pretty. I'm just After I got those flowers, I want flowers in here all the time. So I also panicked because the vase I was gonna put those original flowers in was broken. So like I also got dried flowers from Anthropology, but this one, now that I look at it, I'm like, what's up with that? I love the green vase though, and I did end up using that. Remember those flowers in the last video that I shoved in a plastic bag into a broken vase? Well, that didn't turn out great in the long run. Long run being a couple days. Also, they're already dead almost. Moving on, you'll see that later. I am charging the battery for my camera and my iPad, and I'm also showing you the originals that I have to pack, that I get to pack. I like packing these, and they're fun. Look at how I type. Actually, don't look. I've never been good at it. When everybody was doing those little typing games, I don't know where I was, that help you get better at typing. Also, sometimes my Apple Watch, I don't like things on my wrist. I don't wear bracelets. I'm not used to it. I like the band. I finally found a band that I like for my Apple Watch, but sometimes I'm like, ew, get off. Anyways, here I am checking some proofs for some bookmarks. Woohoo! Also, it looked like I was talking to somebody a second ago, and I think that mom had just gotten to the office. So cool. And here's some more bookmarks, and there I go, and I'm just looking at them and making sure they're okay. And I'm approving the proofs so they can make them and send them to me, and then I send them to you. Okay, so for the order slips of the originals, I always like to add a little note. I wish I could do this to all of them, but I don't pack all the orders every time, so I always do the originals. Plus, I just like to have extra little thing because they're originals. Not that everything, if you're ordering for me, everything is special to my dear little heart, Doesn't matter what you get if you're ordering. I'm like, aw, aw, that's so nice. So, this is also an excuse to use some markers. I have them right here. Let me look at them for you. The Sharpie Creative Marker S Note marker. And I like these a lot. I guess they're like highlighters, but I'm using them for this. I have a bunch of Sharpies markers like this, and I do use them as highlighters, but these I brought to the office, and because I have too many at home. But okay, moving on. So I just do a little thank you. I do their name. I do a love Katie, and I have to do a smiley face. And I look how fast. Wow, that's crazy. Sometimes I get ahead of myself, and I'm like, whoa, and I spell a name wrong, or something. Ooh, look at that A. That's cool. I actually really like doing this. I use a different marker every time. And I was also testing out the markers as I went, because why is it that you open a new pack of markers and some just act like they're old or they look old, like dried out? Why are they dried out from the start? What's up with that? That's happened to me several times with different Sharpie markers. And I think that's stupid, because I haven't used those a ton. Oh look, it's break time. Sometimes in these I don't include the times when I sit on the floor and just stare at the wall or my phone, and I think it's important to include this. It's very important. And also, here's Buddy. That's what I call him. That's not his name, because we soon learned his name, because he lives in the neighborhood behind us. But at first I was like, where'd you come from? And sometimes when the dogs aren't here, he says hello, and I pet him, and he's just my little buddy. And here I am doing the labels for all those order slips. I went through each one. I made sure everything was correct. And the label printer used to be in here, but I moved it to the other computer. So I was telling Mom, hey, I'm sending you some labels, print them please. And here I am just having a moment. I had a headache, so I'm having a moment. I remember vividly, I did this right here often when I worked at the preschool. I would just, sometimes I was an aide, And so sometimes the main teacher would be teaching, and just for a second, I just, laid my little head on the desk. And every time she'd be like, I didn't do it a ton, okay? I just remember a couple times, she's like, hey, are you okay? Are you alright? I was like, this is very normal. I feel like this is a normal response to being here, you know? There's mom giving me the labels. Thanks, mom. That made me sound like I just... It was times when she didn't need me, and I was just chilling. Sometimes there were times to chill, and I was like, I want to lay my head on the desk. Okay? Please? Thank you. Now it's time to get the basket, and it trapped me in my giant jacket. I love this jacket. I just got it. It's from Free People, and it's just, it's so comfy. Here I am looking for, this isn't actually one from the last restock that's still stuck around. It's the last book page of that around, but these are all the new ones up here. Same with the canvases. Oh, look, it's one of the quote ones from Pride and Prejudice, one of my favorites. Here I am, willing my headache to go away. I'm it didn't work. So, don't love that. It wasn't a really bad one, because if it was really bad, then I wouldn't still be doing this. But it's not. It's still bad enough that I will complain about it. It was a lurking headache. I call them a lurking headache when it's one that's kind of in the background. It's not fully attacking me yet, or at all, but it's there, and it's coming to get me. So, oh look, this person has got all 3 of these. That's why I was like, oh my gosh, because they match, and one person got them. What are you gonna do with them? Hang them together. They'll be so cute. Or different places, or whatever you're gonna do with them. I don't know your life, but here I am looking at so I have my order sheets down there, and I don't always do this, but I'm gathering them all in my little basket in batches. Just, I don't know, so I don't have to go back and forth every time. And it's really easy to do. It's not easy to do that with canvases, so I usually don't, and that's why this is where I'm like, okay, this is not really working out. But it works out because with all these up here, because they're all in the same, they're already packaged mostly, and they stack well. That's also why I like packing these. I love packing original orders that are paper, because they're so much easier than canvases. Canvases are so involved, but that's okay. That's all right. It's okay. That's all right. That's okay. Mostly because I just hate boxes, and they take up so much room, and I also have to build them, and then it's like, boxes. Boo. But moving on. Here I go. I'm just getting these orders. There's a strawberry one, and I'm collecting them like I'm collecting little berries in a basket, which I am. I'm collecting little strawberry paintings in a basket. Oh, look, a little mushroom painting in the basket. Aw, a little mushroom. And some little canvases. And these kind of match too. Same vibe, same creative mess inspo. I was about to ask you what you wanted to see more of in the next original restock, but I already have a plan for the next one, because I've already done a cute little group of them, and I might do a few more, or I may just keep it small, of bejeweled paintings. Okay, I got back into the rhinestones, having a great time. I think I might be out of it already, who knows, but during the summer things slow down anyways, but then I also just kind of quit, and I just am outside constantly, and now we have a pool, and I'm like, I will be living there. I hate to say, I will be living out there in the sun. I can't though, because I will burn. I actually got slightly tan last summer, like as tan as I can get. One time I had a fight with a boy in my class in high school. It wasn't an actual fight, but he was like, could not understand why I couldn't get tan. And I was like, listen, dude, some people just can't. I get burnt and I get freckles. But if anything, I get more freckles. Like, that's how I get color. And it started because he was messing with me, and he was like, you should go outside more. You should maybe go outside, get some sun, because you're like really pale. And I was like, hey, listen, buddy. You're dumb. Speaking of high school, I painted it. Well, I started painting in high school, freshman year, to be exact. But I would come to school. I would absolutely have paint on me all the time, on my legs, on my hands, on my arms. I don't know. I used myself as a towel to wipe my brush off on. I don't know. Okay, it was also everywhere else in my life, all over my carpet in my room, all over my clothes. And I used to have this big comfy paint shirt, and I had covered it with so much paint. It was like it weighed like so much. It was heavy. And I cannot find it. I feel like I maybe got rid of it, and I can't believe I did that because it was my favorite, and I'm just thinking about it now. But also, back to what I was talking about, I would come to school with paint all over myself, and one of my teachers always pointed it out, and she thought it was just the funniest thing. And thinking back on it now, I'm like, I bet people thought I did that because I was like, I'm just artsy, I'm just, what can I say? I just have paint all over me because I'm just like an artist. But I truly am just a messy goblin girl, and I couldn't be bothered. Which I did wear a paint shirt back then, but I also used it to wipe my brush off on. I don't do that anymore. And then I think it just would like soak through to my leg or hands or whatever. And then once you have paint on you, what do you think I'm gonna do? Scrub my skin raw to get it off? I would try sometimes. And then I would just be like, I don't care. You think I care? I don't care. I'm not even trying. It'll eventually come off. Here I am, picking out some bookmarks, and Mom is doing orders from the other room. She does like the art print orders, that's where the printers are, but then she sometimes has to get extra stuff like stickers if they get other things with the print. Back to what I was talking about. I also just painted more back then. Like all I did was paint, whereas now I I do more. I use more mediums, less messy than acrylic paint. And I've honestly gotten spoiled with those like markers and watercolor because every time I haven't used acrylic paint in a while, honestly. And every time I think about using it, I'm like, ugh. You gotta do layers, you gotta do the background, you gotta do, you know? But it's a classic. Hey, look, more bookmarks. Oh, we're back. I loved that there were several with bookmarks, and these are book page paintings. I was like, you're on theme with that. I got to thinking about summer again. We always go on vacation in June, so that's also why I drop off the face of the earth with my business. But then I also had a moment a few years ago where I was like, I can take a break. That's possible. I mean, I'll still be packing the orders that do come through, but I don't have to be hustling 24/7, like girl boss. No thanks. Hey, look, here's a new vase. Oh, I love it. Look at the shape of it. Look at with the dead flowers. They're already dying, and that upsets me. As you can see here, I'm having another moment to just do nothing. And that's what I do. We take mini breaks. Mini as in multiple and mini as in small. But I would also say that sometimes they're great. Great as in good and great as in big. A great big nap. Break. What are we talking about? I don't know. Hey, look, we're back. We're doing another batch gathering, and because I finished that first one of all the ones that I gathered, and then I took a break because that was my reward, and now we're to the second batch. I have loved being able to just focus on originals again because let's go back in Katie's Canvases history. See, at the beginning, I just painted all the time, and I did customs all the time. Just anything I saw, anything people wanted me to paint, and then I got to a point where I was in my girl boss era. There was also just a girl boss era for many people, where all the like the books and and the Instagram things, and I was taking courses on social media, and I was just obsessed with, I guess, the marketing side of selling stuff. And so at that point, I was kind of just painting what I wanted. I still did custom, I don't know, I still did custom stuff. And then I got to where I did I entered the custom family paintings, where I did little paintings of people's families in little blob forms. And then I did pets. And then the pets took over everything, which I'm thankful because they were popular. And back to the girl boss era, where I was just like, I was also on Etsy at that point, and I was obsessed. I was so interested in all the things about Etsy and how to get, your products seen more, use all the right tags, and I like genuinely enjoyed that. And funny enough, that's when I quit college. I went to a year of community college just because I felt like I had to, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get out of here. See you guys. I also remember posting when I hit, I think it was 10K followers on Instagram. I was in was it a math class? It was a history class, I think, at college. And I was just making the post during the lecture. I was like, thank you so much, guys, for 10K. I don't know what's happening in my class right now, nor do I care, but I'm making this post. I didn't say that. But then after that, I continued to do the pet portraits. I got an iPad. I maybe already had it. I don't know, but I started using it more and drawing on it more. No, I think I got it after this. And I did the digital pet portraits for a long time. And then TikTok came into the picture around 2019. And I started posting videos. Nothing really caught on, but I was like, I'm just having a fun time. And I remember being really embarrassed about posting because at that point, everybody was like, TikTok? That's just a silly dancing app. And I was like, I'm gonna get it. And my friend Hannah had it first. She didn't post on it, but she got it first. And so I remember talking to her and I was like, I'm gonna get one. And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah. And so I did. And then I remember I did some like bullet journaling videos, and those got some views, and I did like a vlog of my day as a small business owner. I think that's the first video that took off a bit, and then eventually I guess I started painting again. And TikTok definitely inspired me to start painting again, because I guess I saw other artists on there, and so I started doing the outline videos, and the outline floral paintings is what took off, and it became kind of a series of me doing different colors. And that's when I also started doing the silly voiceovers. It's the silly voiceovers plus the paintings, and that's the recipe for my business. So and it's just kind of full circle. Like, here I am, back to only focusing on paintings, really. And thankfully I have helped pack orders, and we love that. Hey, look, I'm done. I did it. Yay. Good job, team. We did great. That's what's left. I still have some more to do, but there I am. All right, oops. Okay. Bye, love you. See you later.